Before we continue what will happen in the future, I have one question for Radoslav. There is one anecdote before the elections, and I heard that they offered huge money to join them, and they want to corrupt you, and also their threat. Can you tell us this anecdote?
Yeah, well, I wish it was just an anecdote. It's actually a reality. Our leader, Ivelin Mihailov, received not 2 times, but 3 times opportunities to be bought, with the first time receiving 100 million euro, the whole province of Varna, and all the transportation systems in Bulgaria. That was the promise that he received if he would vote with the ruling parties, which are GERB and DPS Novo Nachalo, ruled by Boyko Borisov, who's the right hand of Ursula for the Balkans, and Delan Peevski, who's actually the most corrupt politician in Bulgaria. He's sanctioned under the Magnitsky law. The second time when the bribe happened was decreased to 50 million euro last year in October. And Ivelin Mihailov was told the following: if you don't accept the bribe, no matter how many votes you receive on these elections, you're never going to pass the 4% barrier. You're going to be stuck at 3.999%. Ivelin Mihailov said no to the bribe. He will never, ever betray his voters and his people. 2 days later, the final results, 3.999%, and the Velichie party was kicked out of the parliament with hundreds of thousands of votes stolen or transferred to other political parties. This actually created a lot of rage, not only within the voters, but within the ordinary people. And that's when Velichie and a few other parties actually tackled the Constitutional Court, and a big case started, so that the Constitutional Court was forced to recount the votes, but not for all the votes, but barely about 15% of the sections. What they uncovered is that 50% of those sections were completely manipulated ballots. Some ballots were missing. Some of the protocols were completely messed up. And 5 months later, after those elections, Velichie was reinstalled into the parliament with barely 10 members of parliament. So from the 50th parliament down to 10 after extreme election fraud. And the third time he was offered a bribe was just a month ago by the anti-corruption committee. 2 agents met him in a shopping mall, offering him whatever he desired. If he declined to take the role of one of the other opposition parties, his surrounding lawyer, accountant, and other friends that are from his previous businesses would be arrested immediately. He declined, and guess what happened? 7 people arrested in the most disgusting way. And their houses were completely trashed. All the documents, money, their wives were scared. One of them actually is severely diabetic. They took him in without any hygiene or anything. He was stuck in a cell with cockroaches. Disgusting. He was probably going to die because of the infections that happened, because the blood circulation is not working in his system due to the diabetes. The other one is actually just an ordinary employer that has a 2-month baby. And they don't care. They just did it because Ivelin Mihailov said no to the bribe. And now 5 of them are still under arrest, and 2 were released with the accountant. He's released due to the health issues. Thank God that the courts released him. But they're still under arrest, and they're probably going to keep them until Ivelin decides to accept some sort of a bribe. So they decided to create a political arrest just to take control over the last standing real opposition party.